Hello everyone, my name is ConnickEXE. I'm also known as the Shift HD, and today I'm going to be talking about animal grievance. Not just grievance that we have as a human being, but in the animal kingdom. And I think we can relate to it in many different ways. This morning, we got a phone call by my next door neighbour at around about 5:30 in the morning to say that there was a deceased cat that had been run over in the middle of the road. And I looked out my window and hey presto, we look at a cat. Because it's still dark outside, now I have 3 cats here. One's not mine and 2 are. I've got 2 kittens and one that has just come out of kittenhood and is 2 years old. Thor, Smokey and Simba. Thor and Simba are mine, Smokey is my friend's cat, and everyone knows my prior history with cats. I had many throughout my entire life. I've always been a cat person. I had Smudge, and she passed away a year ago now, literally a year ago today, in fact, which is kind of off-putting as well, and it's not a particularly good day here. So this cat got run over in the early hours in the morning, and it clearly had tried to run away and it dashed the wrong way and it got hit head on, and its brain was basically, you know, mushed. The cat didn't have rigor mortis or anything like that, so it's got a chip and everything else. It's in our vicinity, you know, it lives around in our area, and it turns out it lives around a corner. Now my cats though, they are quite strange compared to other cats. They are soft as shit. I mean, they are so soft, it's unreal. You could do so many things with them. They don't care what you want to do. They're so loving, they're so friendly, so on and so forth. Now this cat, turns out, it's been in my garden a fair few times, and every single time we've caught him in our garden, they're not fighting with the other cats that we've got, they're playing. Now we thought that these cats, as they're all friends, you know, the 3 that we own, they run around the neighbourhood in a pack. All 3 of them go out, or 2 go out and 1 stays in, so on and so forth. And it's quite funny. So they basically own the entire neighbourhood, and they can choose who they want to be friends with, basically. So this cat that actually got run over with, they were friends with. I seen them playing about, and it's kind of heartbreaking to see that this cat's now been run over. We've got other cats in the area, of course. This road that I live on, it's got loads of them. I've got 3, you know, it's a mad amount already. The person over the road, they've got a cat. Over the road again, they've got more cats, more people down the road, so on and so forth. You get the idea. Now, one of the cats that I'm particularly going on about with the grievance, it's also including my cat, so there's multiple cats involved. There's a white and ginger cat, okay, and he often has fights with my cat, and often has fights with my friend's cat, Smokey, and he comes off worse for wears because he's soft as hell. So this cat saw the body and was just staring at it. He refused to go up near it to see what had gone on exactly. He knew it was dead. So he was just staring at it, and you can see cats' expressions in their faces sometimes. Just like dogs and any other animal that has a kind of a remorseful state that can feel things. This cat stared at it for a long time and then eventually went off inside. The owners of that cat told my next door neighbour, who took care of all the, you know, taking the cat out to the vets and things like that. The cat was sad, it was depressed, it would not move from one spot, and it hasn't moved since. You know, it's depressed basically. And another cat over the road, it's been staring out of one window the entire day since it's happened, and it's only just moved away from the window. My cat Simba, he was in the middle of the road going up over towards the cat and sniffing around, and I had to go out and go get him and take him away just before he realises what's gone on. But the other cat, Smokey, my mate's cat, he's also sad because it was his friend, but my cat Thor, he doesn't know any of the wiser current, so yeah. That's just cats. You can see on many different occasions over the entire course of the human history that if an owner dies, a dog will stay next to the owner's grave and things like that. We've seen videos of it, blah de blah de blah. We see it everywhere. Lions, meerkats, pigs, any animal, they have feelings just like us, and it's sometimes we forget this, and it's heartbreaking that we're so heartless now. But then again, if you were to kill something accidentally yourself, you feel remorseful, you're sorry it happened. But then think about it thousands of years ago, where we literally had to kill an animal to survive, and no thought was given about the death of the animal. That's because half of the time they thought a ritual was needed to get the body of that animal's spirit to go on to the next life or whatever. It's all strange, and we all hear these different and differentiating paths of history and the way that we interpret them. So I think it's just an interesting fact, an interesting thing to actually think about the animal kingdom and their feelings. And they obviously have feelings towards us, and we have feelings towards them. But who outweighs the other? That is the thing that's a big question. I mean, everyone knew about Robin Williams passing the other day, and I loved Robin Williams with an absolute passion. That dude is one of the only reasons I started doing voice acting and learning how to do different things with my voice, because I worked out I could just change it quite easily without really necessarily thinking. So when Robin Williams died, does everyone see that video when he went to go see a gorilla called Coco? And he made a bond with this particular female gorilla, and then now she learned that he had died. They did a video about it, and she was crying. They actually proved that gorillas can cry. It hurts them, but they can cry, apparently. I'm not too sure, I need to read up about this a little bit further. But the gorilla cried over the fact that Robin Williams had died because she watched his TV shows and actually recognised him when they gave her a video in front of him, and yeah, she identified him and was pointing at the picture and then pointing at Robin Williams afterwards. So animals do feel things towards human beings, you know this, everyone knows this, it should be a well-known fact by now. So if anyone in the real life kingdom that's not me and your own personal experience, tell me what you've seen in the animal kingdom. Have one of your cats been run over and another cat of yours has been like, oh shit? Because I know another situation where my friend's cat down the road, he had two called Tipsy and Topsy. Topsy got run over and was literally, this is one of the worst things that I've ever heard. It got run over, and the person that ran him over got a black bag, picked up the cat, put him in the black bag, and then put it in the front, by the front door with a note saying, sorry I ran over your cat with blah blah blah. And by the time that they had actually opened the door, it was when they were going all to school, and they had 4 children. 4 children altogether, 1 girl, 3 boys, so, and I was going to school with them at that time as well. I hadn't got to the house at that point, we were getting a lift, and I was just literally walking down the road, and then hey presto, they're there with a black bag, and I'm told not to come down, I'm told to walk, and Josh, my friend that I walk with, he got told to walk with us as well, and then the other 2 kids are crying their eyes out. And it turns out that the cat was in the black bag, filled with a pool of blood, and then later on, after everything got sorted out with that cat, the other cat, Tipsy, went mad, basically, because his twin brother had disappeared. He went senile within a couple of years. It was really, really sad to see, and they had to put him down in the end. So things like that. I know this is a sad episode, and a sad commentary, rather, but it has to be said, and it's just been playing on my mind, and I thought it would be a good commentary to go on about. So anyway people, I hope you enjoyed this in some way or form. Comment on what you think about this kind of thing, whether you actually believe animals do have feelings towards human beings and other animals, even their own species, regardless if they like them or not. If they come across their body and they're, not like they won't eat the body, they're in an urban situation where they've got plentiful food and they don't actually have to go out and hunt, kind of thing. Not wild. unless you have come across a kind of wild situation as we've seen on the National Geographic when like a hippo gets befriended by a fucking pig, you know, things like that, or an elephant, I don't know, something stupid like that. Anyway, I shall see you all soon. I've been blabbing for 10 minutes now, so I think that's it. I've got the pasties. I'm going to go smoke a couple of bongs. Hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you soon. Bye!